Today, we're diving into the career wisdom of a former chief information security officer from a major bank. And trust me, his path to the top is probably not what you'd expect. Let's jump right in.
You heard that right. The person in charge of cybersecurity for a massive bank didn't start in computer science or engineering. He started in a chemistry lab. And right there, that one fact just blows up the whole myth that you need some specific tech degree to get to the highest levels of cybersecurity.
So how on earth does that happen? That's the big question we're going to answer. His journey is this fantastic blueprint for anyone looking to build a real career in this field, no matter where you're starting from.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll look at his unconventional path, dig into his philosophy on experience, get into his practical advice for your first 5 years, compare public versus private sector jobs, and finally, reveal the one skill he says is absolutely critical for a CISO.
So let's start at the very beginning. How did he go from a lab coat to typing out Linux commands?
Check out this career path. He joins the bank in the mid-90s, not in IT, but as a general officer. Then, after passing a logical reasoning test, he gets into what they called the EDP cell, electronic data processing. From there, he just keeps climbing, eventually heading up a global data center, and then, boom, he's appointed CISO.
And here's the crucial takeaway. He's living proof that your academic degree doesn't define your career. Your drive does. I mean, when he started, there was no graphical user interface. He had to learn DOS and Linux commands on the job, taught by his colleagues. It just goes to show, if you have the passion, you can learn anything.
This leads us right to his core philosophy. A career in security is not a sprint to collect certifications. It's a marathon that's built on real-world, hands-on experience.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? He believes you should be forged in the fire of IT operations. The outages, the system failures, the incidents. Those are the battle scars that build a true security professional. Yeah, theoretical knowledge from a book is fine, but the scars you get from a real incident, that's what really teaches you.
This leads to his really counterintuitive take on certifications. He sees them not as an entry ticket, but as a capstone. His advice? Get years of hands-on experience first. He himself only got his CISA and CSIM certifications late in his career, right before he was up for the CISO role, and it was just to formalize the knowledge he already had.
So, what does this all mean for you? Well, here is his actionable advice, a kind of blueprint for anyone in their first 5 years who's aspiring to a leadership role.
He lays out 4 super clear steps. First, get your hands dirty in operations, audit, or a security operations center. Second, don't just become an expert on one thing. You have to understand the entire network. Third, when an incident happens, go shadow the team managing it. He says there is no better teacher than a real-life crisis. And finally, talk to your vendors. They're often happy to teach you because, hey, it makes their job easier.
Now, a big decision for a lot of people is whether to work in the public or private sector. He has a pretty unique perspective on this fork in the road.
So here's the breakdown. In the public sector, it's all about compliance and accountability. This creates massive discipline, but things can also be painfully slow. The private sector, on the other hand, is all about agility and business gain. Decisions are fast, but you trade that high job security for higher risk and, higher reward.
He uses this fantastic analogy to explain career progression. In the public sector, promotions are often tied to time served. So whether you're a high performer, the horse, or just average, the donkey, you often have to wait the same amount of time for that next step. But in the private sector, that horse can run much, much faster. But the donkey might just get left behind.
And that brings us to his final and maybe most crucial piece of wisdom. After a long career, after that whole journey, what is the single most important skill for a CISO?
It's not technical mastery. It's not the ability to configure a firewall or analyze malware. It's something else entirely.
The most critical skill is communication. A CISO has to be an interpreter, a bridge between the super technical world and the business-focused world of the board of directors. You have to translate all that jargon into business impact. Your job isn't just to secure the systems, it's to explain to the board why it all matters in a language they can actually understand.
And so we'll end with this. He points out that even after reaching the CISO role, some people are unhappy, always wanting that next promotion. For others, success is found much earlier. His journey reminds us that the title isn't the whole story. So the question to leave you with is, what does your own definition of success really look like?